So let's go on that. I want to talk a little bit about each of your illustrious careers, because you guys have done a lot. All three of you have done amazing, have had amazing contributions to what we call house music. This is the Vintage House Show. And so part of what that is about is celebration and preservation. This is Lawrence Braining, but the celebration and preservation of Chicago house legends and Chicago house music. And
Good evening, good morning, wherever you're at. Welcome. This is the Vintage House Radio Show. Of course, is week 3 of the month, so this falls on me. Rocky Floyd, thank you guys for tuning in. Everybody's tuning in tonight. I want to thank you for tuning in. I have the honor and privilege of interviewing a DJ, a producer, and a friend. Not in that particular order, in any particular order. However, it is an honor and privilege to welcome Sean Smith. How you doing, brother?
Doing good, man. Thanks for having me.
Oh, absolutely, not a problem. Okay, so we're gonna kick off this first part with the background of Sean Smith. Tell me, when did that light say? When did lightning strike that bottle? And you say, you know what? I want to be in this house music thing. So,
actually, I would say 84. I started DJing.
Okay.
And the weird thing about it is, it taught me a great lesson. I had a friend. I went to Catholic grammar school, Our Lady of the Gardens, in Allgill Gardens.
Oh yeah.
A guy had asked me, he's like, "Do you DJ?" Because I used to mess around with electronics and stuff, and I just kind of said, "Yeah." And he just kept asking me about it. And I just kept saying, yeah. But it kind of taught me not to, to be honest and open with people about a lot of things. And pretty much I had tried it out and I liked it. I was always buying records. I was buying records when I was a kid. And I got into it from there.
Okay. So that translated to high school. What high school did you go to?
I went to St. Willibrod.
Ah, okay. So you're a Catholic school boy all the way through, huh? Okay, all right. I see. I got you. Hey, Catholic school here. Trust me. St. Martin de Porres, 59th Princeton, Quigley South, 79th and Western. Oh, I understand. So we got that link as well. So that's cool. How does Sean Smith? So have you ever had like a DJ name?
Yes.
All right. So now, has it been more than one? See, I've had 2. So has it been more than one?
The first one that I started out with, back in the Hot Mix 5 days, I called myself Sean Smoking Smith.
Okay. We're going to have to talk to Scott. I think he might have LLC'd that one. But anyway, no problem. So where does your journey take you through Catholic grammar school, Catholic high school in regards to DJing?
Lots of different events, lots of different parties, but I did a lot of neighborhood parties.
Okay. Yeah.
And Golden Gate and Eaton Green. I mean, I learned everything there. I mean,
okay.
It was so big. I mean, we were doing parties every week. And then eventually, I was doing parties in the city with a couple of people as well, too.
Okay. So, were there any major influences of people that you might, just say, I saw him and I really liked the way he spin. I thought, maybe I could do something like it, or is it just all you?
Well, the first people who I ever saw DJ, I don't know if you remember this guy named Sherman Rogers. He did stuff with another friend of ours, Darren, DJ Quad. And then Black Ice Productions.
Okay.
Were like the first people, and also the guy spinning with Sherman was a guy named Jocko. and
Okay.
to play. He used to play with DJ Rush and Ron Trent.
Mm.
Hmm.
Okay. Yeah, that's some strong influences there for sure. Rush is a monster.
Yeah,
Ron Trent's a monster, 100%. So did you just exclusively do house music, or did you?
no, I did everything. I mean,
Okay.
I love house. House was always my favorite. But I would do. I did parties where I played hip hop and reggae and stuff like that. But
Okay.
basically, I loved house music the most.
Okay. Tell me a little bit more about the journey. So I mean, if you had to, I'm pretty sure you went to the parties back then too.
Yes.
St. Willibras. So I know you're out there by Mendel. So
Yeah,
I know
that
you went to Mendel.
was
Yeah.
the I call that like our first rave.
Yeah.
you Before there was a thing called raves. Because
Exactly. So when you got out there and you started listening to, I'll always say, big name DJs. Was there any of the real big name DJs that you liked? I mean, was it I mean, I followed a few people back in there. I mean, I graduated from high school in '86, so around that time, I've never been like the headliner like DJs. I never. I mean, I would go to Sawyer's to listen to E.T. Taylor because he opened for Steve Earle.
okay.
Or I would, what I'm saying, I would go listen to Spooky, which is now Emmanuel. He used to open for people because
Oh,
I like the way that they set the parties up for when the main ones come in. So of course the main one was just picking up where the party is really where it's at anyway. So I mean, was there anybody that like you would, I guess, follow that you would go out and listen to, or is it
say, I mean, as far as one of my first influences was Farley off the radio. I always loved what he played.
okay?
I always
Okay.
felt his energy. As far as going out, like I say, Sherman was a big one for me because he was an older guy. He had been to the warehouse and all that stuff. Then I would say when I got a little older, I met a guy, Jeff Sims. He used to play at the warehouse with Mike Dunn.
Oh, I
Um,
know Jeff.
yeah, and Jeff showed me a lot of stuff, a lot of what Frankie was doing, and really introduced me to a lot of different stuff.
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. That's cool. Um, is there before I even start talking to you about the production side, because we're gonna dive into that a lot too. Is there any like specific type of house you like to play? I mean, is it the soulful, the Afro, or are you a classical guy? Or I mean, because now when we say classical, because a lot of times when they say classical, they always refer to like the BMX days.
Hmm.
But now I think because of where we're at now, I mean, '90s and the early 2000s are really classical music now too. I mean, because it's now all of a sudden it's woo, I ain't heard that in a long time. Well, usually that refers to the classics. So now, like Stardust music sounds better with you. That's not part of the original run, but now because it ran in the '90s, what I mean, it's I consider it part of the classic now. So is there any particular type you like to run, or
I mean, for me, I used to go to Mendel a lot, but
okay,
that time the music sounded a little older, and actually thinking about it, it wasn't that old. You know,
right,
thinking about what 83, 84, 85. Uh,
right,
Hearing Bostage all the time and Optimo and Glad to Know You and things like that. You know,
hmm,
Pipeline. Those were records that I was used to.
yeah, they were heavily in rotation. You're right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Usually that was part of almost every DJ's run. Got to
Mm,
put those in because everybody gonna like them. So
yeah.
so what do you think about the expansion of house? Because again, it's the word house is an umbrella or it's a tree. You know,
Uh,
I mean, it's a tree with many branches now because we have so many different outlets of it now. You know, we got, you know, we started out with the classics. We went to the ghetto house. We had, uh, I always call it the in between time, which is late 90s, early 2000s, of when
mhm.
we were trying to bring it real back to the forefront. You know, Afro house. I mean, man, it's just EDM. There are so many different levels. I mean, like I said, do you lean towards one more than the other, or is it?
I would say for me, like I said, I mean, definitely listen to Farley a lot. You know, we played a lot of like I guess you would say Italo and then disco records. You know,
Mm-hmm.
the Teddy P's and the Shaka Khans. We played that stuff, and then also the new stuff, the tracks. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I remember it. Used to hear what undercover all the time.
Right. Right.
And kids, stuff like that. But I always kept up with it. I always loved it, and I was always,
Okay.
if it wasn't house parties, it was, parties for older people and stuff.
Right.
I used to play a lot of older people parties when I was a kid, and that's
Mm-hmm.
my down tempo stuff a lot.
Okay. Okay. That's cool. All right. So let's talk a little bit about your production side. So I mean, a lot of people don't know Mr. Smith is he's got 20 plus years in this production side. So we you know we in case they don't know, smoothagentrecords.com, right? Is that the main site?
Yeah, that's one of our websites.
Right. So smoothagent.com, anybody listening, check it out. I want you guys, of course, once you're done with me talking to him, check it out. I want you to see that, it gives you the great history of how it started and all the people involved. It gives you the track history and all the stuff that Mr. Smith has graced us with. What made you get into the producing side?
I always found myself like even buying records as a DJ. I always knew which record would be the hit. I could tell. I could tell. I'm like, everybody's gonna be playing this one. Everybody's gonna like this one. Everybody's gonna gravitate towards this one. And I wanted to get involved in it. And like I said, I was friends with Sherman Rogers, and they were doing a lot of stuff at Black Ice in the '90s. And I love being around it, and I love learning about how electronic music was being made.
Okay.
I loved it, as a kid. Even like, the Yazoo records and Vince Clarke stuff. I was intrigued by that. The Larison's Dangerouses and all that. I was
Mhm.
intrigued by that sound. I was like, how did they do that? So I wanted to get more into keyboards and drum machines and things like that.
Okay. That's cool. That's real cool. If not that I want you to stick your chest out. Um, well, what would you say to date your personal opinion? Because I mean, I know you're gonna like everything you produce, everything you put out there, but there's got to be that one, and when you made it, you're like, yeah, everybody gonna know about this one.
I don't know. I do different things for different reasons. I,
Okay.
I don't. I mean, I guess I would say, when we did a track called the Jackers Anthem and stuff. And
Mm-hmm.
with me, I'll have an idea in my head, and this was actually something I had in my head for years. We used the sample of the Sparks "Beat the Clock" along with a track from Craig Loftus, and I just thought of that rhythm for a long time before I ever did it. And and at the time, if you listen to the track, it says nobody owns house, and that's pretty
Mm-hmm.
the message. I mean, I knew that it would be something big, and I was surprised there was a lot of people playing it all around.
Okay.
People still play it.
Well, that's good to hear. That's good to hear. Okay. So if you can, so I'll let you tell. give us the background of Smooth Agent Records. So I mean, everybody's gonna get this link at the end. Of course, I'm gonna send it out there for everybody to see.
Okay.
But again, again, curator owner. That I want to hear from you on how it started, two, how what was the plan to see where you were going with it.
Okay. Well, we started out in 2003. I had a friend at the time, his name was Agent Double A, and people used to call me Smooth because I played really smooth and stuff. So we just put the names together as Smooth Agent.
Okay.
That's pretty much how it had started.
Okay.
Like I say, and my friend, his name is Arturo Alacron. But he was into it, but he ended up getting a wife and having kids and stuff like that. So he kind of grew out of it, I would say. But me, I always stuck with it. I always loved it.
Okay. So, what was I can't think of the word. Oh my God, I can't think of the word now. Oh, mission statement. What was the mission statement for Smooth Agent Records?
Just to put out different music. We wanted to highlight Chicago house music.
Okay.
And we wanted to do different things. And I mean, if you follow Smooth Agent, I mean, we've had some of the best people in the city and some of the best people from around the world on the label. We've had remixes by Ron Trent. We had tracks by Roy Davis Jr., the late Andre Harris, just a bunch of different stuff. Yeah, Ed Jazz do stuff for us. Last we had Ezell, who's doing stuff now. He did some stuff for us. So I'm real happy with the way everything has happened for the label.
No, that's good. That's good. So I mean, so now I give it. So yeah, your connections are worldwide, which is good. So that means you have a very strong following from people. A lot of times, from probably somebody you'll never meet.
True.
Because somebody sitting 30 minutes outside of Paris might have the whole smooth agent collection. You know what I mean? So I mean, and that's a good thing. It shows the importance of not only just house music, but the people who touch house music and want to share that gets out there to people, which is real good. I mean, that's a great thing. I like that 100%. Well, if we would have had you in the studio, I would have wanted them to see the DJ side. But it's you have I know I'm stepping back away from production before I go back into it. So, is there a place where your mixes are saved and people can see them?
Yeah, I do a weekly mix. I call it Evolution, and I do it every Wednesday or Thursday. They're up on YouTube.
Okay, so is it DJ Shine Smith on YouTube?
It'll be Smooth Agent 007.
Okay, so now everybody there.
Evolution. The last one I did was earlier today. Is Evolution 215.
Oh, so that's the number you're on.
Yes.
Okay, so now we know you've done 215 of them. That's cool.
Yeah.
So everybody listening, go on YouTube and check it out. Listen to his mixes. Brother's a very talented DJ. I know personally because I've seen him personally. So I don't throw shade on anybody. However, I will promote whenever possible. One of the things I think that connected us was the fact that one of your residencies, you had Mr. Brown's.
Yes.
Mr. Brown's was a very popular place for a long time with different, there were different times, there were different DJs there. And I think you were the last one there, right?
Yeah, we was there until COVID happened.
Yeah. Mr. Brown's, Chicago and Western, right? Right off of Chicago, Oakley.
Yeah.
Oakley? Yeah. Yeah. Is it Chicago? Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't, man. I'm so old, I can't remember.
Avenue. Yeah. I don't remember the exact cross street, but yeah. It
Right.
Far up north it was.
Right. Yeah. So it was a good place. And I mean, I was saddened by their closing, but hey, it was a good spot that house music was being expressed at consistently.
Mhm.
So what are the other what are the other places you probably had strong residencies at, or
The
um
say the one that most people know me by outside of Mr. Brown's was when I did Betty's Blue Star. We had a
yeah, okay.
Sundays, and that was a pretty that was a pretty huge night.
Oh yeah, I mean, that was a great location too, man. That place was nice. Yeah, Betty's Blue Star was real nice.
One thing I can say, we did coin the term real house music there.
Okay.
I know
Okay, so
that
tell me what okay, so tell me what's Real House. That's what I wanted. Okay.
this is something Gantman used to come there every Sunday, and he was like
Okay.
always playing that real house music. That real, he used to say this weekly. So I said, well, why don't we just start calling it Real House Music Sundays? You know, and that's where, and I just I went with the term as well too, because that's what I was playing. And I'm saying we're playing classics, we're playing disco, as well as new stuff and jack tracks and soulful house, Afro house, all that. We were playing all that at Betty's.
Okay. Shout out Gant Man. Great
Yes.
dude. Great
Mm.
dude. Absolute great dude. Light skinned dude, so you know I gotta give him my pub. There's not a lot of us light skins out here no more, man. Everybody else we didn't house music went to the dark side. We didn't got a lot, but every now and then we'll get one to pop up. So that's why I said shout out Gant Man. How long did you do Betty's?
We did it from 2007 to the beginning of 2011.
Okay,
Mm.
that's a good length of time. A lot, one of the things that it's hard for house music in Chicago is sustainability,
Hmm.
because I mean, like now, of course, we got rentals, we got the dating game on Monday nights, Renaissance on Sundays. Took a while for us to even get there with that. Prior, I would say prior to those three was what Emmanuel's. I mean, no, Emmanuel had dating game.
Yeah.
Family dinners on Monday. Emmanuel had dating game for a long time. Kevin McSwain had his spot out in Maywood. Is it Maywood? I can't remember if it was Maywood.
Hmm.
I think it was all. I mean, it was for sustainability is hard for house music almost anywhere. So even when you're doing 4 years, that's real good, because it's just the turnover is just unbelievable. Because again, I mean, no shade on anybody. A lot of people don't sustain it because they don't come. When they don't come, they don't. The clubs don't make no money. When they don't make no money,
Yeah.
they'll give you a pink, blue, and green slip all in the same day. Um, so this just let you know I'm Geraldo Rivera of my vintage radio, because I like starting drama,
Mm-hmm.
not directly but indirectly. Um, what do you So we went. I mean, we had a long sustainability of 81 to 90, 91, where we're out in the streets, we're out in the clubs, we're downtown in the hotels, we're doing everywhere.
Hmm.
It all stopped. It just stopped. I blame Power 92. I'm just playing. They started getting away from house music on the radio. When they started getting away from house music on the radio, well, B96 kept going, but that was B96 house music. But we got away from the radio. When we got away from the radio, then we started losing a little momentum of where we were at in the city and established. Um, and I think that's when I give credit to Ghetto House, because it picked up and carried us a long way through the 90s. Because once the warehouse on Randolph closed and they went to, can't remember the name of the place on North Avenue. I'm sitting here looking at it, been to the place, but it got there and then all of a sudden it just fizzled. But we had Ghetto House going on, and I think that was a good 4, 5, 6 year span of where everybody who was working on that, Gantman, Lego, all those guys carrying house music. They still, they still have relevance to the house music side, and it was keeping it going. And then it fizzled. What
But you
what
can't forget about where Little John and them were playing it too on Friday.
Oh no, yeah, Red Dog and stuff like that. No, yeah, no. But I mean, but again, that's early to mid '90s, and again, I mean, they again, I'm not. Trust me, I can't remember every place. I'm a big Little John fan. Me and Mickey Calvin went to grammar school together, so I got automatic love for somebody that I've been around since basically almost diapers. So, I mean, yeah, I mean, they. But this is what I'm saying is, early '90s, we had the Warehouse, and Warehouse was strong. I mean, because that was the place to go. I mean, they had. I mean, of course, they also had, and I don't even like saying the word gay, but we had the gay clubs as well doing it. The Generator was there. I mean.
Dana.
House music. To me, house music is house music, no matter where it's played at and who's listening to it. I don't care. We had house head. Well, I hate even say house head. We had people listening to house music that wasn't in the mainstream, but that was still being played. You know what I mean? So it was there, but we got away from hotel parties. We got away from major arenas and stuff like that, where we had gatherings of a bunch. And then it started to come back, and I give a lot of. I'll say this every time. I'll say it to this day. I give all the props to Voodoo Master, because with nobody else playing it on the radio, but that 5 o'clock mix every day, no matter where he was at, or no matter where you were at, if you were in the car, you turn that radio on and listen to Voodoo, because Voodoo was still playing it. So, what do you think triggered the fact of where we lost a lot of that momentum of where we was at?
I mean, I felt like it went back underground. It's still there,
Okay.
But also you can't forget Boom Boom Room too. That was a big night.
Yeah.
That was like, yeah, when they were at Red Dog and went Dolphin. So
yeah, I went on a Monday night one time too, and it was again. I'm throwing no shade. It just was not my experience.
Okay.
House music was lovely. It's just at the time, it wasn't for me. So again, and it has nothing again with, I don't know, just the setting for me didn't fit for me. But again, the music was beautiful. Absolutely. Boom Boom Room on a Monday night, going upstairs. That's the one thing I loved about Red Dog more than anything else. Every other place that you went, you had a front door. And you went in all the street. You went in off the curb to the street, to the concrete, straight in. But not Boom Boom Room and Red Dog. That was in the alley. That was, to me, the definition of 100% underground. That was what was the place across the street? They used to play something right across the street. Cat a corner. Subterranean.
Subterranean, yeah.
See again.
Night too.
That, you know what I'm saying? That was to me, that's underground.
Yeah,
but going to Mendel, going to any of the hotel parties, that ain't underground. Ain't never been underground. But when you start doing stuff like, because Red Dog was 100% underground. I love that. 326 Lower Michigan, underground. That's underground. But the Warehouse on Randolph, not underground, dude. That's Main Street. You had line. I mean, when you got celebrity, because I remember meeting Tim Hardaway.
Okay.
At the Warehouse. He was sitting outside, just had gotten signed by the Golden State Warriors. He was sitting out on his little Lamborghini with his Golden State Warrior jacket on. That ain't underground. That's not underground. That's Main Street. You got the main names. Yeah, but Red Dog, 100% underground to me. Subterranean, 100% underground. it's just, you just get a different vibe. You know what I mean? It's just, it still, the crazy thing is, it's still the same music. And then you got these DJs that got records that you don't hear on BMX. You don't hear at the warehouse. You don't hear it because they don't, again, what makes it underground is not everything that you hear there is going to be heard across the city.
That's true.
So, I mean, it's and the places was beautiful to go to. I can't remember. There used to be this place on Augusta. It was a white DJ. This dude would play every week. Lizard Lounge. Yes, Lizard Lounge. This dude would come in, white dude would come in on a Friday night. He wore a big afro and some real thick glasses and played disco all night. That's underground. I mean, and this crowd was very mixed at the beginning. It was very mixed at the beginning. We came in and just took it over, and then they closed the Lizard Lounge up. I was so mad that, man, I was traveling from 59th with Dan Ryan all the way over to Augusta and had to be in between Damon or by Damon. Oh, man, I love that place. That place was beautiful, man. I love underground music way more than I love the mainstream because I just think, again, everything is unfiltered. Mm-hmm. It's like just play what you play what you feel, and you feel it, but everybody else, not to knock nobody. I never was a spotlight person in anyway, so I never, it wasn't. When I played for the music, and I loved the music, and I wanted people to hear how I learned, my story. So tell me, what is it? What do you think that keeps this going now? I mean, again, we've gotten, we went from, we've gotten into the digital age. We've done records. I'll even go back before that. I'm sorry. I'll slash it. Records / reel-to-reel cassette tapes. Mm-hmm. We played on that. We then progressed into CDs. Yep. We went from CDs to
flash drives.
Laptops, controllers. So we've record from I won't even say 1200s because I never owned a pair of 1200s in my life. I had the Realistics from the Radio Shack. I ain't got no shame in my game. Radio Shack. Let me tell you, Radio Shack in Hyde Park knew me by name because I would go there and get my stuff. So we've gone from record players to CDJs to laptops to flash drive. I mean, to all-in-one controllers like that. What do you think? And then all of us are well over 50 in some way, shape, or form. What do you think? What do you think maintains the sustainability of it?
I mean, it's all over the world. It's everywhere. I think that pretty much what keeps Chicago going is, like we were talking about the clubs in the 90s. A lot of those people, some of those people are still going out and they're still doing things today. I think one place we didn't mention was like Zentra, 3 Degrees night. That was pretty big. That was in the late night.
Oh yeah, I mean, there's a lot of places I didn't name. I mean, we sit here try to name all these clubs that's been out since 90. We'll have an encyclopedia for real. It's, I mean, that's how I said. But for me, again, I think the biggest problem for me was the sustainability of it. I mean, we get a good place and it's a year. Yeah. And then it's gone. And then, and so the production, the promoters and stuff like that, it's switched. I mean, think about it. When Emmanuel started doing Sunday service, he started out in Dalton and then came to the Family Den. I mean, it was big. He had a good following and it moved. I just think a lot of times, for me personally, I think a lot of times especially now, and I'll say over the last 15, 20 years, it's hard for us to maintain a residency at a club only because of not our night, but the other nights. And the other nights produce issues. You know what I mean? And then when talking to the club owner, and we're not bringing in the same amount of money as some of these other genres on a nightly basis, then I think we lose a lot of steam, but then again, we stop playing all together, and all of a sudden, on one of these other nights, they start having criminal issues. So
True.
then they end up losing the club. And we look back and say, all you had to do is just let us keep doing what we were doing. We'd have been all right. So, how do you, so basically, so when you I won't even go back to Betty's because Betty was good. But when you go back to Mr. Brown's, so how did Mr. Brown's get presented to you?
Pretty much, we liked the spot. We knew one of the bartenders. We contacted them and we got it, and it was and it pretty much worked out from there.
Okay. So, were you a part of any DJ crews?
Yeah, I used to be with a group called Crush at one time.
Okay. Who did that consist of?
Boy. Let's see. Well, my DJ partner Arturo Alacron was a part of it. Guy that goes under Chicago Skyway, he was in it. A DJ from the north side called DNS, he was in it as well too.
Okay.
And it was one of the guys over it. His name is Shy. He's a club kid. Used to go out all the time. He used to always catch a dog. Who else? It was a couple of people. It wasn't a big. It wasn't wasn't a lot of us in the crew.
Okay.
A lot of different events up north.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So now here's where I throw a little curve in this right now. So.
Dun, dun, dun. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So I think one of the things that's when we first started out in this whole house music thing was that it was definitely a male dominated thing. I mean, we had a few, like we had my sister Lori, who was part of the show. We had Celeste. We started once we got to like the late 80s, early 90s, then we started seeing more. I can't remember her name now, but we had the Psycho B. I won't say the word. Back then, Terry Bristol.
Yeah, I used to go to Medusa's all the time.
Yeah. So yeah, we had they were scattered. It wasn't like today. I think today we have a lot of female DJs out here and representing very strong. And like I said, no shade to anybody. Anybody that wants to play, I am 100% supportive of. Who are your favorites?
As far as female DJs,
mm-hmm.
I like DJ Alicia, Lady D. I like her. Donna Edwards from New York. She's good. Can't really. There's some other ones that are pretty good, but I guess I don't look at them as female DJs. It's like who's running that dance floor? Who's getting them dancers going? Who's playing the music?
Absolutely, I agree. I think a lot of times that it's overshadowed, and I think that's a shame that we have to actually categorize DJs. Yeah. I have like in the movie industry, I have a big problem with leading actor, leading actress, and that stuff like that. Hey, if everybody sits down and makes the movie and the movie's good, praise everybody.
True.
I mean, and again, of course, we live in a society where everything is based off monetary growth and the attractability to make that money. So we go through a lot of issues in dealing with specific things like that. Oh yeah, you said Lady D, part of
Yes.
Vintage House Radio Show. Shout out Lady D. One of the people, like I said, I had always been a big fan of Lori. Really, I was a really big fan of Celeste. I love the fact that those two ladies really carried it strong in the early '80s. It was, take no prisoners. We play like y'all, better than y'all if you keep messing around. So, and today, with the amount of, like I said, with the amount of sisters that we have out here today with Alicia and Nikki Divine and Lady D. Oh my God, I can't. There's this one I can't remember. Oh, every time I look at her, I see. I just look at her and see house music. Oh, what is her name? Oh my God. Anyway, but then we've had with the growth of the music, the development of the DJ, I think has been absolutely wonderful that we have had a plethora of female influences, and I think that's good. So when let's see. Oh, yeah, now we can get back to your production side. So tell me, what inspires you to make a song?
It depends on what I'm feeling. I guess for me, I still love vocals. Like I say, our last track we put out with Carla Prey, the Feel the Vibe. I
Yep.
love vocals. Vocals is my thing. I love vocals, but also I love tracks and stuff as well too. I love Afro house, and I love soulful house.
Okay. So Feel the Vibe, Carla Prather
Yes.
is out on
Smooth Agent.
Track Source?
Yes.
Huh?
Source.
It's on Track Source.
Yes.
So Feel the Vibe, Carla Prather, Smooth Agent Records. Please listen to it. I heard it. They did a release on it. It's amazing. So check it out. So, oh, there's a good question. I'm glad you even said that. So, Mr. Smith.
Mm-hmm.
So you just got through working with Miss, I call her C. You just got through working with C. And you say you like vocals. Who's your favorite vocalist of all time?
Of all
House music.
house music, I would say of all time period, it would probably be Shaka Khan.
Okay.
For house music, I like Carla Prather. Trying to see who else that I play a lot. Yeah, it's a little hard trying to track down one that's just. Like Barbara Tucker. I love her stuff. Definitely love
Yes.
something. Who else? I would say, out of Chicago, I would say Carl is definitely the one that's doing it to me the most.
Okay. That's cool. I love C. I think she's a wonderful person. She's a very beautiful person, has a very beautiful spirit, and her spirit translates to her music, and it's very good. Okay, so if there was one DJ that you wanted to play with that you never got a chance to, and let's say if someone said to you right now, John, tell me who you want to play with the most, dead or alive, and it's a party with you and him, or you and that person, because it might be a woman, so I don't know.
I'd probably say Ron Hardy.
Okay. Oh, I love that dude. Anyway, I'm not even gonna go into Ron because Ron is. Oh, I love that man. I swear to God, I love that man. He was very influential on my career. We recently, well, I won't even say recently because I think it's been now 3-4 years. They've tend to put this word into the house music community, and I wanted your opinion on it. I'm gonna say the word, and then you tell me what you think about that word and if it's relevant to house music. Are you ready? One word. Gatekeepers.
Gatekeepers.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I say it's relevant. I don't know if I would say it's relevant, but are they there? Yeah, they're out there, you know. But I mean,
See, so I'll say this. I mean, I understand. See, for you, it's a little different because again, by you being produced as well, so you get the best of both worlds. I mean, you can actually not have it affect you directly because I make music. I don't have to get out there and DJ. So, however, when I make a song, I can get out there and promote my song by DJing.
true.
So, and again, I'm not knocking it 100% because I think you being a DJ and producer is the epitome of what house music is. And so that's why I bring people on for this through this avenue. I bring in producers, DJs, everything, because again, a lot of times you may not get your flowers as you should.
Mm-hmm.
Because again, anything that you do towards house music that influences house music, that keeps house music going, I firmly believe it needs to be praised every day. Because again, we have gatekeepers that control the limit of what's what. It makes it hard for what might be outside of Smooth Agent Records.
Mm-hmm.
So again, that's why I asked you about gatekeepers, because again, I know it may not directly affect you as much as it might other people. But I mean, again, Stevie Wonder can see it. You know what I mean? So, so how do you feel that affects house music, not Sean Smith? How do you think that it affects house music?
I mean, I guess that's what we call politics.
Okay.
I don't think I wouldn't. I mean, I think some people are necessary, but at the same time, I mean, I feel like what is really going on in the world today, you need people that's playing good music from the heart, and
Okay.
and as and I know we have a lot of people who've moved on. Why don't we play the best music of our lives? You know,
Okay.
Especially for some of us that are 50 plus. We don't
Most of us.
the dirty, so to speak. But there's so much music that's came out in the 90s and the 80s, early 2000s. There's tracks that a lot of people are making around the city that people don't get to hear.
You're absolutely right.
Let's
You're
play
absolutely right.
music of our lives.
You're
You know,
absolutely right. You're
and
absolutely right. There's music coming out every day.
yes.
It's not like we have to keep playing melodies. We don't have to keep playing Los Niños. We don't have to always keep playing No Way Back. We don't have to always, and I love all of it.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, if you know what I'm saying, if Smooth Agent Records drops a record,
Mm-hmm.
let's put it out there. That's what I loved about Ron. Ron didn't care. He played. If you brought him a record, he played it.
Yes.
He gave you the opportunity. And I think a lot of times nowadays it's so hard. And the crazy thing is, and this is the most craziest thing to me, we are in the biggest age of where you can get everything promoted. I mean, there are so many different avenues: TikTok, Instagram, X, YouTube, Track Source, Bandcamp. There are so many different avenues for it to be advertised, promoted, and supported. And I think we are in the most hardest time to get it there. I don't get that part of it. I mean, again, you're out here making music, and you're making music that people should love and people should be acknowledging and people should be hearing. So I understand. But I mean, it is, come on, man, for real? We can't, not everybody can not everybody should. Not everybody can have. Not everybody should not have. If you're a DJ, they should have Smooth Agent Records playing. They should have Mike Dunn's edits and remixes, Terry Hunter's Immaculate. You know what I'm saying? Vega, all of them. Clausel. I should have the same folder as you because we're all buying the same music. Because we all should be. The purpose of house music was to share love. The best way to share love is to share music and promote each other. You know, I mean, it's we got so many different producers, remixers, editors that's out here just doing remarkable work, and not everybody has it. And to me, that's the travesty part of it. Big question. So, what's the difference between a remix and an edit?
An edit? I would say an edit is when you're taking something that was already made, like let's say a disco record, a record by Cameo or Rick James, and you re-edit it to make it more dance floor friendly for today's dance floor.
Yeah, because disco is hard. Disco is hard. Yeah, for people that don't DJ, disco is hard.
Yeah, but you learn your chops. If you can play disco good,
you play disco, you can play anything. Period. Yeah. If you play disco, you can play anything. I can tell you that now. That one of the hardest things I ever learned was getting 2 vinyl records. Yeah. And playing disco. Yeah. But
the closest thing to disco is steppers music, because it's not like house music is like 8 beats in, 16 beats. Steppers, it could be 1, it could be 2 or 4.
Yep.
It's like playing disco.
Yeah, I agree. All right. So we're gonna do this last 5 minutes specifically just on your music. So I would like for you to tell everybody where they can get all of your music from. Give them every avenue. I want them to know for sure what Again, I'm gonna promote it. I'm here to promote. So
I would say Track Source. Okay. Best place to find Smooth Agent tracks and even some edits and things that we've done as well too.
Okay, so make sure you go to Track Source. Smooth Agent Records, right?
Smooth Agent Records or Sean Smith.
Sean Smith. Okay, so there's the 2 avenues. Everybody out there listening. I know a lot of people now. A lot of the fans or dancers or whatever you want to call. I don't call them house heads because I do not promote that word because we weren't house heads. We loved house music. We were house people. Because a lot of people nowadays they've actually just got the songs. They don't even have mixes. Don't worry. They just listen to the songs themselves, which I think is absolutely marvelous. Because again, you go and hear 3 minutes of a 15-minute song or 4 minutes of a 9-minute song. You don't hear the whole song. We do. I always say the BMX/hip hop. You get the first verse and the chorus, and it's gone. A lot of times, people don't hear the second verse or anything past that, and don't even understand what they've missed. Because, of course, we set the music up for you to get introduced to it, but then we don't listen to it or sustain it and listen to it. So Carla Prather, you just released with her. What did you do right before her?
Oh, before her, I mean, we did a lot of tracks, and we have releases by a bunch of different people. Okay. Thing that we release is an EP by Lloyd Dev. I think you may have heard of him, Lloyd Devastating Jack.
Oh, me and Lloyd go way back. That's a real good dude, man. Real good dude. Now he doesn't stay here, right?
No, he stays here. He's in the South.
Because I could have swore. Well, I think at the time I was talking to him, he wasn't here.
Yeah,
he might have been out of town. I remember, but anyway, shout out Lloyd.
Yeah,
I haven't talked to him in a minute. So now you made me. Nah, I got to reach out to him. Real good dude. So is there any other producers on your label?
Well, we have a new one that's coming out by this guy named Cash Noah. He's a new talent. He
Okay.
thought, like I say, he's doing stuff not only with me but also with Fresh Meat as well, Mozzie's label. I don't know if you know Mozzie.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he pretty good producer. He's a good one. We got a nice track coming out from him.
Okay. Oh, I mean that's I gotta hurry up and ask this question.
Mm-hmm.
So, with all of us going into our twilight years, we've had a nice recent growth of youthful DJs come out. Amir, and we got some real good local ones here in Chicago that's been tearing house music up. So if let's say some 25-year-old dude walked up to you right now, you say, Mr. Smith, I grew up listening to house music through my mom and daddy, blah, blah, blah. I really love it. I want to learn how to DJ. Tell me what I need to do.
And what would I tell him? Play good music. Play good music. Play what moves you. Don't just follow what everybody else is doing. Play what moves you. Think about when you do your parties. Think about seeing if you can get the people to dance all night long. Keep them dancing.
Okay.
I feel when you have that skill, you're a great DJ. When you can keep the people all day and all night, you keep them.
Okay. That's good. That's good. Okay, so we're about to hit that 1 hour spot.
Mm-hmm.
I want to thank you, brother. And again,
No problem.
I've always been one. We've always been cool, and I've always made sure to maintain the fact that I love what you do. So, again, thank you, Sean Smith. SmoothAgentRecords.com. Track source: Smooth Agent Records or Sean Smith. Please go to this. Please support this website. Please support his music. We'll do everything we can to make sure we keep it going. All right? Rocky Floyd, this is Vintage House Radio. See you guys next month. Big shout out again to Sean Smith. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you, man.
No problem. Thank you.
All right. Later.
Thanks for listening to the Vintage House Show podcast. Please subscribe and share, and check us out live, WNUR 89.3 FM, Wednesdays at 10 o'clock.